Want to discuss a topic with everybody who's thinking about artificial intelligence, machine learning, either building a career with it, teaching it to startups, uh, to implement it for an organization, develop a team, deploy it, manage, own it. Whichever the angle is, there's a need for understanding data safety, security, and privacy. Safety, security, and privacy is not just a starting point for somebody who's starting off and have them find relevance in how they need to frame their journey. It also is a mindset that you have to have going forward. What password is today and how things are going to be in the future, password is not enough. So there's a need for us to get behind this idea that the world we're moving into will have far more sophistication, and that sophistication will require that we cannot protect everything based on password. Passkey is one of the alternative of password. There's a encryption models that are being tested, and these encryption models will be far different than what we are accustomed to, and how it will interact with our end users will improve dramatically because the reason password is not sustainable is because of how vulnerable the end users are in protecting that password. If you have passkeys, phishing resistance, no password to remember, faster sign-ins, these are great things that end users will love to have today. But what's the relevance between passkeys and artificial intelligence and machine learning? Well, if you're thinking about the spectrum of artificial intelligence and machine learning, it's very wide. But one part that brings it very close together is the data. If you have structured data and your job is to protect that structured data, you really need to start thinking about what it is that you need to know about protecting the data structuring because it takes a lot of time to structure data, right? Especially when you're thinking about edge computing for AI, right? If you have structured data that you spent hours and hours and days on, and let's just say this is not a corporate data, this is your personal data that you have done it for yourself to reduce latency, enhance your privacy. You have less need for everybody else's data. You can rely on your data. All those work can easily go to waste if somebody gets their hands on your password. And you don't want to risk wasted hours of your time because somebody was able to access that password and poison your data or sabotage your database or data sets or structured data, whichever one you are trying to protect. These agent agentic AIs will require that we do business differently, right? We do business differently so that way we are able to protect our data and protect our agents and have these agents not be influenced by other agents and have these agents protect our information on our behalf. So it goes far beyond password, but the password is just one of the steps that you have to think about in order to protect your data and have your data work for you. And this is a lengthy conversation, but it's one that's worthy of starting with the. So give it some thought. As you do, you will find a relevance of what is it you trying to do and why the starting point for you will be different than everybody else and how that keeps you secure, safe,